What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to look at something really special. This is the MMC reformatted Vexo Prominon, and this is the TFCon 2020 exclusive from MMC. So I'm fortunate enough to take a look at this thanks to Toydojo, who is the partner of this channel. Eddie from Toydojo was kind enough to send this to me my way, and of course I bought this, but it was just good to get this and have it ready for TFCon, which is actually, I'm filming on Friday. TFCon is tomorrow on Saturday, October 24th. So this video will go up on the day that TFCon starts, which is fun. I just have it on a little stand here. I'll just take that stand out of the way. And here's the figure. It looks really nice in this vehicle mode. By the way, it comes in package like this with the wings kind of detached, and they're just sitting in the box. And you basically plug them in. They're keyed, so you can't really mess it up. You just port them in there, and that's it. And you can have the wings open or close. I kind of like to have them like sort of halfway. They are on screws, so you may want to tighten those screws when you first get it. They may be loose, or after a little while they will become loose. But for now, they're okay. They look good. So there's what it looks like from the bottom. You can fold these down for an additional skid if you wanted it. And you have these skids here on the back, and then it'll sit down just like that on all those skids. But these aren't just skids. I'll show you a bit later. Those actually do more than just act as skids in the robot mode. But let's take a quick 360. You got some really nice paint detail. Pretty much painted black all throughout, but then there's some silver highlights here and here, and some darker silver, some more shiny silver here on the front. Here's the back of the figure. You got those boosters or rockets that are painted as well. So pretty much all black, silver, or gray on the entire figure. You do have this translucent blue for the cockpit. You can't open that up. And I do worry a little bit about that translucent piece right here, but so far so good. I haven't had any issues. It does open up all the way, and you need that for transformation. I just try to be careful with that. I'm a little worried about that translucent plastic, and it's on that very, very thin piece, but so far no issues. I can't really fit anything inside of there. And just really nice looking. It looks a lot like a knight from the dark that flies a vehicle like this. So, I'm trying not to mention this superhero, but we all know what superhero vehicle this is going after, and I think they did a pretty good job. It's a really good use of this mold. So that's really it for the vehicle mode. There's not much else you can do. You can put these down. Oops, revealing the face already. Don't look at that yet. You do have the skids, and that's pretty much it. It just sits flat there, and I like that it opens up the cockpit. So let's get this guy transformed. It's a pretty interesting transformation. So we're going to go ahead and unpeg the front pieces here, and those are just going to fold back like that. You can just leave those out. Fold those back. Go ahead and open up these little panels, and I believe this transformation is exactly the same as the original figures. Last year it was also a TFCon exclusive. I believe it was supposed to be like a Senator Ratbat, type of looking character. And they've just remolded it here. I don't have the Senator Ratbat version. Forgot his name. Vuxio, whatever his name was. And so I can't do the comparison here today, but it's very similar in terms of the sculpt and the mold. All right, so go ahead and pull the wings away. I'll give you a little room to work. It is pegged in the front and in the back. So you're pulling those pegs out and you're pulling it out on those little wings. And you can just kind of get this set back here. And that's going to give you access to all of this in here. So now we can take the feet, unpeg those if they haven't already come unpegged from the bottom of the arms. And that's going to allow you to pull this entire leg out from the body. Oh, sorry, make sure you unpeg the canopy. Now you can unpeg this and open these up. And so you have something like that. Now we can come down here and pull the leg away. And it'll just rotate all the way around until it clicks into place on this side. Like that. Let's just take care of all this. So go ahead and take this panel, fold that in, fold this onto the back like that. And then take the foot, fold it down, fold the entire foot down, fold the heel spur down, and that makes his foot. And that's really it. Make sure you have it locked in. It should be locked in all the way in. So same on this side. Go ahead and open that up. Peg it in. Peg this in. Just situate this so it's flat on the back in a good position. Fold the foot down. Fold the toe down. Fold up the heel spur. And there you have the two legs. All done. Right, now we can take care of these arms. Oh, I guess it pegged itself back in. So go ahead and pull these away. If you haven't already, pulled this upwards and away and give you some room to work. Come to the back here, and you're going to basically pull up on this. I find that it's easier if you just get a spudger or something in there to pop it up. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to get up in there. So you're going to pull that away, and that's going to give you a little room. And then you can take these panels out. Basically, they are pegged into the bottom of the leg, so you kind of have to get those pegs out. You're basically going to rotate them to the side. And these are going to be hip skirts on the side of him. All right, go ahead and take this panel and just make sure that's down. All these panels are down. We're going to rotate at the waist, and we've just revealed his belt, which looks like an iconic belt. You can imagine what that looks like. Go ahead and take the arms, rotate down here, straighten out the elbow, and then rotate the whole shoulder straight. Same on this side. Rotate down here, straighten out the shoulder, and then, or straighten out the elbow, and then pull the shoulder down. All right. You can take this, peg this into the side on both sides, push these panels down. You can fold these inwards like that. Same on this side, fold them inward. Rotate the elbows to the front, and then the hands should be facing, obviously with the thumbs on the inside. Next, we're going to take care of the head and the chest. So go ahead and open up here on the chest. That just opens up like that. Go ahead and open up these panels here on the back, and that's going to be what pegs it in to the back. And you're going to flip this entire thing around, and that's going to reveal that character head that we all know and love. And you're going to put these, and it kind of helps if you fold the arms up a little bit. You can get this down into here, and you're going to get this around, and it's basically going to peg into the side of his chest there on both sides. Okay. Then we're going to close up this panel on the chest, get this all situated, and there is kind of an optional thing here. You can put this down like this, or you can have it straight. Now if you put it down and you fold this the way it's supposed to be, this is supposed to go like this, up into there, then it shows through, and I think it makes more sense to have this straight. I don't know if that's a part, and again, the manual is very poor. It doesn't really explain that at all, so I'm not sure if that's meant to go up or down. I like to keep it up because I think it just looks better up, and you can also just leave this piece downwards, or you can transition it up, whatever you prefer. And then the last kind of touch, I mean, again, you can also leave the wings up or down, whatever you prefer. Push these wings back according to the instructions. And just make sure you have them pegged into the side of the arms. They should actually peg in pretty securely. And there you have Vexo Prominon in his robot mode, and he looks really cool. Such a cool looking robot mode. I love what they did with this design. Let's take a quick 360. You'll see the head sculpt. I'll let you get in close on the head sculpt. There's the head sculpt. Looks really nice. I think they did a good job with that. And you can see on the chest they've got some detail there. So you got the black chest with the silver paint there. You got the silver paint here. Of course, the yellow belt there. Iconic for this character. You got the silver here, silver on the back, and then in the back, pretty clean, although you do have this kind of sticking out there, but not too bad overall. So yeah, good looking figure. Now, I did take these pieces off, so these were pegged in here on the sides. You just pull these off, and you kind of have to shimmy it off. And those will fit into his hands, and these are basically claws. They call them ninja claws in the instructions. You do have, you can open up the hands, but you don't necessarily have to. And these are basically going to peg right into these hands, like that. And we'll do this one as well. There you go, there's his ninja claws. And that looks pretty good. I like those weapons. I think that was a cool addition, a cool way to just take advantage of this mold. You know, the skids that they had in the vehicle mode now became these ninja claws, and I think that's really awesome. You can kind of use these wings, and let me go over all the articulation next, because I think the wings have, you know, quite a bit of articulation as well. So the head is on a ball joint, so the ball joint goes up to there, down to there, it rotates all the way around. And you can get the side-to-side movement. The shoulders rotate all the way around on a ball joint. All the joints are pretty tight on this. I like that there's nothing loose like we had on Athena. If you're going to use ball joints, make them tight, right? You have rotation at the bicep here. Rotates all the way around. You have a double jointed elbow that gets you up to there. You have a rotation at the wrist. The inside of the hand is colored silver or gray, and I think that's more for the vehicle mode because that shows up on the bottom of the vehicle. The fingers have a single pin there, and then the pointer finger moves separately, so if you wanted to, take this out of the hand, I believe you can point, but unfortunately he's got a bent finger, so you're not really going to get much of a pointing finger, but there you go. Alright, continuing downward, you do have these hip skirts here, and you can kind of configure them however you want. You can put them back like this, and then they look more like ammo. You can put them down like this, more like the, you know, samurai type of style, where you've got the sheaths for the sword, or you can put them all the way down, straight up and down, and they look more like, you know, clips or something. I don't know. I like to put them kind of like this, all the way back. I just think that looks the best, but your figure, you can choose what you like. You do have a rotation at the waist. Now, this piece does get in the way, so you kind of want to move that out of the way, and then you can really rotate it, and then you can put that back when you're done. But it does get in the way of that rotation. You do have a hip skirt here. Leg rotates up to there, back to there, and out to there. Full rotation, but all on friction joints. Very nice, tight friction joints. They did a good job there. Rotation at the thigh, again, really tight. It does break the sculpt, but you do get that rotation. You get a double jointed knee, but unfortunately it's blocked by this piece here. If you fold that out of the way, you get a little bit more. You can utilize that second joint there, but it is hindered because of this design on the back of the legs. You've got these kind of in the way. And then finally at the leg and the feet, you have ankle tilt all the way that way, all the way this way, forward that much, backwards that much, and then you have a toe tilt here. So you got a lot of movement on that ankle and those toes, which really supports dynamic posing with this guy. You can really get him into some awesome poses. And then the last thing is the wings. So you can have the wings upwards on this guy, and that makes for some really cool poses because of the character that they're going for. I don't think the original really worked. What was the Ultio from last year? Last year's exclusive was a Senator Rat-Bat figure, and they called him Ultio. And this just works. I mean, man, that looks so cool. Especially for this character, I think they did a great job. And there's one other surprise in the box, so you get this. This is a cape, and there's kind of a shiny side. I believe this is supposed to go on the outside, and then there's this suede side. There is a wire in here, so it goes from this edge all the way around to this edge. So you got that wire all the way, and then this hole goes around his head. So you can get this on here. If you prefer that look, I'll just get these wings down because you don't need the wings and the cape at the same time. That just looks silly. Alright, so now that we have that, you got to get this kind of tucked under his head and then pulled back, and that'll make it a little bit more secure, I guess. Otherwise it'll fall out like I just showed you. You do want to get it behind his head and then maybe fold it like that, and that might help it stay a little bit better. And Pig for Life told me that this came with some other figures. I don't ever remember seeing this cape. Maybe it was a different color, and maybe it came with Stray. Stray would make sense. You know, their drift figure. I could see, you know, yeah, that should come with a cape, but I've never seen it with this mold. It definitely didn't come with Ultio from last year, their Senator Rat-Bat, so maybe it came with a prior mold. But there you go, there's the cape. You can really pose it. Again, I'm not great at posing on camera, but you can really make this dynamic because of the wire. And it looks beautiful. I mean, I love the way this came out. So whether you like the cape or you like these wings, you can do whatever suits your needs. You can pose this and use that cape to your heart's desire. So here he is next to the Masterpiece Blue Streak. Now this is not a Masterpiece scale or Masterpiece line. It's more of a, I guess it's a Voyager scale. I mean, it's really, you know, it's not meant to go with the Masterpiece. It's kind of their own scale, the reformatted line. So if you've been collecting the reformatted line, you're going to have other figures that really fit in with this. But yeah, I just don't think, it doesn't really go with Masterpiece. So final thoughts on this guy. I think it's a really cool release. I think they did a great job picking the right mold for this character. By the way, this is just balancing on this Bandai Stage Act. So if you wanted a stand like this, this is probably not the right stand. It's just a little too weak to hold this guy, but there you go. He's kind of in a flight pose. I love that you can put these wings out if you want, or you can use the cape. I'm not great at posing that cape, but it's nice that they give you that cape because it's a posable cape. You can use that for really any action figure if you want to. I love the way it looks. I love the design and the just creativity to get that belt in there. The head sculpt is just beautiful. I think they did a great job. I don't remember if I went on the head sculpt or not, but there's the head sculpt. Looks really good. Just a lot of options on display and a really fun figure. This is what makes a good exclusive. Something that just catches your attention, catches your eye, something unique and one-off, and it's not something you get every day. So this will be available from Toydojo and AgesThreeAndUp at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. This review is going up at, I believe, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to give you about 2 hours to get ready to get this guy. If you're watching this review after the fact, I'm predicting this is probably going to sell out. So if you want it, you better pick it up when it goes on sale, which is at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on October 24th, Saturday. But that's really it for this review. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you get to order yours from Toydojo or from AgesThreeAndUp. But good luck hunting, and we'll see you next time.